Hi, so my name is Jennifer, and this is my Bieber experience, or whatever you want to call it, Believe Tour experience. I don't know what it's called, but this is it. It all started, I forget what day it was, but it was in December 2012. My friend and I were at school. We knew Justin was going to be releasing the tour dates for the second leg of the Believe Tour. Actually, we were in gym class, and we came back to the locker room after we were done with class, and we were changing, and we checked Twitter, and he had released he was going to be in Chicago on July 9th. We, screamed louder than we've ever in our entire life, because I was going to talk my parents to do anything to get me there. So I went home and I talked my mom into letting me go, and on December 21st, 2012, I bought tickets in section 303, row 3, seat 7. I was going to go all by myself, all the way in Chicago at the United Center. That was 200 days before the concert, exactly. I waited those 200 days. I never, no one, I was going by myself to the concert. No one wanted to go with me. No one would get tickets to go. And so it was just going to be me all the way in the top. A week before the concert, which was just this Tuesday, July 9th, 2013, the week before, my mom was on Ticketmaster, and she was like, "Hey, Jen, there's tickets for section 102, row 11, and they're the same amount as the one all the way at the top. I'll sit in that one, and you and your sister can sit closer." So my mom bought those tickets, and so I sat in section 102, row 11, seat 3 and 4. My sister was in seat 4, and I was in seat 3. I actually sat next to two girls on Twitter outside Avon, and these Avon steps, I'm pretty sure. And my mom sat in my seat in 303, and she actually bought my dad a ticket in 303 in row 6 or something the day of the concert for cheap. But okay, we left for the concert at 10:30 in the morning, and it was, the GPS said it was a 2-hour 18-minute drive, but that was without traffic, without any of that stuff. We hit a little bit of traffic because there was an accident, but really, there wasn't really that much traffic at all. And so we stopped in some town, and we stopped in 8, and then we stopped in 8, and then we got to the arena at 2:30, and the concert started at 7. So at 2:30, we got out of the car, we parked right across the street. And so we got out of the car and we walked up, and I had some friends from Twitter that I was going to meet, but I couldn't find any of them. And so my mom was like, "Oh my God, you need to go over here because this is where Justin is going to be." And so I was like, "Okay, Mom, I'll go over there." She thought she knew all this stuff, and she was like, "I know that he's going to be over here." I was like, "Okay, Mom, I'll go over there." So we walked by the tour buses, and we walked in front of the entrance down into the thing, and then we walked in this parking lot where all these people were standing. Not at this time, there wasn't that many people, and so I got a spot right on the fence, and I just stood there for, honestly, I think 3.5 hours. And after about an hour and a half of waiting, there was a tour bus that came, and there was no one on it. We don't think it was dancers, but actually before the tour bus got there, when we were walking in front of the thing, there was Mike Posner, and I honestly had no idea what Mike Posner looked like. I was like, "Mike Posner, I don't know who that is," but I got a picture of him, and I was like, "Oh my God, it's Mike Posner!" And so I was freaking out. But I got a picture of him, and then I saw the 1-800-Flowers car leave, so that was the car that had the Wellness on the Girl crown in it, which I did not get. So we were standing there, we were waiting, and then this second bus came. It was full black, so we were like, "Oh my God, it's Justin." And Dan and Kenny got out, and we screamed, and I have pictures of it, and there was a fence, and then there was this hill and the ground, so it was really far down there. And Hot Show Ray kept coming back and forth, but they never came with the fence, and people didn't really know it was them. And the dancers came so many times, I don't even know how many times they came. And then so we were all like yelling for Dan and Scooter and stuff, and not Scooter, Dan and Kenny. And they never came up to the fence. They never did anything. So after all that, that's actually all we saw that day, all that time. And so this little girl was standing next to me during this time. I don't know what her name was, but she was really small, and her mom had VIP meet and greets. And they were like, oh, we gotta go pick up our tickets. And I was like, I seriously hate you right now. Like, you're meeting Justin, and you're like 4. But she was probably like 10. And her mom was meeting Justin, and I wasn't. I was so mad. Then I was like, it's okay. And so I also was tweeting this girl. It's Mary, One Less Lonely Girl. She was the One Less Lonely Girl in Chicago, like October 24th, I think. And I was like, hey, I'm standing over here, like, come say hi. And she, like, I was like, hey, take 2 steps back. She was like 4 people away from me. And I was like, hi, Mary, like, I'm so happy to meet you. I'm Jennifer. And then we took a picture together, and I would show you them, but they're on my phone, and I'm using my phone to record this. And I don't know how to edit like that, so I can't show you. But she was really, really sweet, and I was like, and I went back and told my sister, I was like, oh, that was the One Less Lonely Girl, and then all these people were like, oh my god, the One Less Lonely Girl, and so, like, she had to tell everyone, like, I was the One Less Lonely Girl, and, like, this is what happened, and this is what Justin said to me, but, like, whatever. And, I also, this girl was standing next to me, and she had this striped dress on. And she was talking about how she won meet and greet. So I asked someone next to her, I was like, did she win out Bieber fever? And it was Kid Ross Sweetie. And she was the girl that had won, along with a couple others. And I was like, oh my god, I've tweeted you before. Like, I know who you are. Like, and I saw her picture, and I was like, oh my god, I know you. And she was like, thank you for tweeting me. And I was like, can I get a picture? And she's like, sure. And it was so awesome. And her mom I think it was her mom. She was the nicest lady ever. Like, she was so sweet. And she was like telling how she thought all this stuff was fake and all this stuff. And I was like, I'm so happy for you. And like, it was awesome. And then I had a kit group, and we were all going to meet, like I said earlier, and I only ended up meeting one girl, and we met, and her name's Emily, at Beebs Mahone Girl, and she was like the sweetest, and I'll show you those pictures too, but obviously, like I said, I can't show you them because I don't know how to edit like that. And so after all that, I was like, Emily, I'm sorry, but I have to go get my ticket because it's 5:30 and the arena was opening, and I was like, okay, I'm going to go get my ticket, and then I'm going to go inside so I can get all my merch and stuff. So at 5:35, we went back to the car, and like I saw all the dancers like signing autographs and stuff, and I was like, you know what, it's okay, like I don't really need their autographs, so I didn't go over there. And then we went to the car, and I charged my phone, and then we went into the arena at like 6 maybe, and we got inside, and I like freaked out. I was like, we're finally here, I'm gonna be seeing Justin Bieber. And I was like literally like dying. I was so excited. And I took a couple pictures of the inside of the arena, and we went to the bathroom, obviously, and we waited in the merch line. We cut, actually. The lines were super, super, super long, so we cut to the front. And I have my shirt actually right here. This is the shirt that I got. It's like this. Okay, I'm wearing like athletic shorts, but it's like this, if you can see that. And then my sister got this one, and he's like smiling. And so we're kind of the same size, so we're like, oh, we'll just share so we don't each have to like, get 2 or whatever. And so we waited in the merch line, and then we're like walking around, and we looked at the Bulls trophies, and I was like, ugh. And then I heard someone be like, Justin is in the building. And I was like, Mom, Justin's here. I was like freaking out, and I asked this lady, I was like, is Justin here? And she's like, I don't even know. But it was this other lady that said it, and she was wearing a different uniform, so I was like, maybe that's it, but whatever. So Justin was, I guess, in the building, and I was like literally freaking because I was in the same building as him, breathing the same air. And so we got to our seats in the row, and my parents went to theirs, and I met the girl sitting next to me and the girl in front of me who was telling us about the Janowskians and everything. And I was talking to a couple of my friends and being like, hey, I'm going to be seeing Justin Bieber in a little while. And then Mike Posner went on. Kenny introduced Mike Posner, and Mike Posner performed. And then Kenny introduced Hot Show Ray, and Hot Show Ray performed. And to be honest, Mike Posner was a lot better than Hot Show Ray. Hot Show Ray wasn't very good, but that's okay because I was there for Justin anyway, so it didn't really matter that much. And during Hot Show Ray, Dan was in the sound pit or whatever you want to call it, and no one was freaking out. I was like, are you serious right now? Dan Kanter is right next to you and you're not even noticing, fake believers. And so I was sitting there waiting, and then the one of the best parts of the night was it went duh, and the 10-minute countdown came on, and I was freaking out. And then during the countdown, Scooter went into the sound pit, and people were attacking him and stuff, and it was really cool. And I saw Kenny walk by, and I saw Scooter walk by, and it was so awesome. And then Justin, so the countdown goes down, blah blah blah, and Justin's on stage and he's singing, and I'm freaking out. I'm screaming, and you can tell my voice is still not fully recovered because I was screaming so loud because I hadn't seen Justin in 3 years. 3 years. I saw him at the My World tour. And so I hadn't seen him in so long, so I was literally dying, and my sister was like, Jen, you can just watch the concert and I'll take pictures for you. But I ended up taking 200 pictures / videos. And so we were watching Justin, and then he pauses and says thank you, and he was you guys could be anywhere in the world right now, but you chose to be here. And I was like, I love you, Justin, you're perfect. And the concert was the most amazing experience of my entire life, and it was amazing. And he goes, okay, during Fall and Believe and Be Alright, he stopped singing, and he's like, you guys, you gotta be quiet, I can't hear myself. He had screaming in his ear things, or whatever they're called, and so he couldn't hear himself playing, so he was I guess he thought maybe he was messing up, but he was doing it perfectly. And he was saying how much he loved us, and he was thanking us and saying how amazing it was that we were there, and how we were screaming so loud for him. And the cool thing was it's different when you're singing with him on the CD and then you sing with him in real life. It's so much different. And then being in the same room as him and being that close to him is so much different than not. It sounds really dumb, but it's something that I can't describe unless you experience it for yourself. Okay, so I remember Beauty and a Beat. I almost started crying because I knew that they were picking the One Less Lonely Girl, and then I didn't get picked. And it was really, really hard for me because I wanted to be the One Less Lonely Girl so bad, along with thousands and thousands and thousands of other girls there. But I thought maybe, I had a shot. I had got closer tickets, and I thought maybe, Justin was gonna pick me. Well, he doesn't pick, but Allison was gonna pick me, but she picked a girl in section 122, row 1, and her name was Maddie, actually. She looked kind of like me. She had blonde hair, and she didn't have braces, and she wore the same bracelet that I did that night that says, I Heart Justin Bieber, actually. I Heart Justin Bieber. So, also, we had signs. I have them. I'm going to have to get up and show you. We had signs during Believe. I have a couple. They are hearts that say Forever Our Kid Raw, and they're the cutest. I have 3 because I picked some off the ground. And sorry, my bed's really squeaky. like, I have pictures and I could describe them, but I don't have them with me. And during when, oh, I know a couple of things I could talk about. Okay, so, he, during a song, he was, like, taking a drink of water, and he was like, do you want to drink this? And so he gave it to this girl, and he was like, chug, 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 chug. And so she drank it, like, after him, and that was really awesome. And he took his camera. It might have been for, like, believe the movie, but I'm not really sure. But his camera, and he talked into it, and he asked these two girls that were, like, kind of close to each other, like, their names and stuff, and so they got to be on the camera on the big screen. Also, he did that trick with his mic stand, and, like, it got stuck, he said, and it wasn't working, so he bent over and, like, tapped it, and he was like, I fixed it, don't worry. And I actually have a video of that on my Instagram, so if you want to check it out, it's Jenny-Ann, JENNYYANN, and so you can check that out. And it's really cute, actually, so I kind of like it. This is, like, a really long video, and I'm really sorry, but I just want to describe every single thing that happened to me, because I'm really happy, and I've never made a Bieber experience before, and, like, it's not that good, but I'm just describing the concert. So, this is what I thought my Bieber experience was, so I wanted to talk about all the good things that happened to me during the day, and, like, the things I remember most about the concert. I remember when he did that, and the one little girl, I remember her, she, like, put her hands out to hug him, and it was really cute. I remember when he jumps in the air out of the floor. I have a picture of him, like, actually in the air. Sorry about my voice. I remember jumping up and down and screaming so loud, and I thought, like, when he was in the air for Be Alright and Fall, he could see me, and I thought that he would be like, I see you, because I was, like, literally going insane, and he was telling us to be quiet, and when he was talking, I was like, I love you, Justin, like, I literally screamed at the top of my lungs as loud as I possibly could, because I really wanted him to be like, I love you too, but he didn't, so it's okay though, because, like, I know he loves me. Okay, I think I'm gonna end the concert, but we thought that he wasn't gonna take his shirt off, so we were like, take it off, take it off, take it off, take it off, but he ended up taking it off. Okay, so I think that's gonna be all. Actually, this is what happened at the end of the concert. After the concert was over, like, I took pictures, like, next to, like, so I could see the stage and stuff like that, but my sister and I, we tried to sneak down to the floor, but the security, like, stopped us, and we're like, you can't come down here. So I bent over, and I grabbed a whole bunch of confetti, because I was like, I have to have confetti. Like, I'm not leaving this concert without confetti. So I could keep it with me forever, like, because, like, Justin was with me, like, all the time. And so I got my confetti. Like, I have a lot of confetti, actually. And, so we, like, walked up, and we found our parents, and we were getting ready to leave, and we were walking to the car, and my mom was like, do you want to go over there? And I was like, yes, I do. And so I was like, okay, guys, like, we're stopping, we're going over there, we're gonna go see if he comes out, and we can, like, say hi and all this stuff. And we went over to this ledge that was super high, so I had to get on my tiptoes, and I was, like, on top of these girls that were really small, and they couldn't see, and I was, like, telling them what was going on, and they were like, ooh, I like you. And I saw Dan, Scooter, Kenny, Allison. They were all just, like, standing down there. Like, I don't even know what they were doing. And so it was really hard to see. And so I got a bunch of pictures of them. But then I was like, Mom, can we go to the other side? Because it was just a fence. And there wasn't that, like, cement thing. And so we walked over there, and I saw Emily again. And I was like, Emily, hi! And we hugged, and then all of a sudden I heard screaming, and they were like, Justin! Okay, so, like, Justin came out of the bus, or wherever he came out of. I don't even know because I didn't see. I took off on a dead sprint to the fence to get close as I could. I got pictures of him literally, like, if you're like up close to the camera, we were like this far away from each other. It was like, Justin! I was like, Justin, I love you, Justin! And like, he didn't stop. He didn't like say hi to anyone or like be like, let me take a selfie with you. He just like ran and like touched people's hands. And my hand was in the fence, but he went low and I was high. And so I was literally like so close to him. Like my idol and I were so close. And I could see his perfect skin and his smile. It was the cutest. And I realized like how skinny he is and how big his muscles are and how like his tattoos look when you're up close. Because it's different when he's on stage, and then when he's right there, it's like, whoa, you look so much better in person. And one of the people, I think it was Fredo, was with him. They took a video, and it's on Justin's Instagram, and I'm pretty darn sure that I'm actually in that video, so, like, that's really awesome. And there's another picture that I think that I'm in, but I don't know whose it is. But I do know that Hot Shot Ray and Mike Posner posted pictures that I was in. Like, they posted pictures of the whole arena, and I know I was in those. And so, Justin, like, ran along, and I got some pretty darn good pictures of him, and he never touched my hand, but all these girls that he touched their hands, they were bawling, and it was an experience that I'll never forget, because I was so, like, in my world, in my eyes, I met him. Like, I'm never gonna be able to be like, hi Justin, my name is Jennifer, how are you? That's how I'm gonna meet him. So, I met him, if you want to put it that way. And after he like ran, everyone was like, Justin, come back! And he jumped on top of his tour bus, like over this ledge. It was probably like a 5-foot difference maybe, and he was like standing on there. He was like, guys, look at me, I'm so cool, like, I'm standing on top of my tour bus right now. And then, like, this security guard grabbed him, and he jumped over, and he landed on the fence, and he crawled over it. And we're, like, freaking out. I was like, Justin, don't leave us, we love you! But he left. He went back to his bus, and he never came out again. So that was kind of sad, because we thought maybe he would come back out. But okay, so everyone was just, like, still waiting there, like, screaming, and I was like, okay, I'll just leave, and then my parents, like, weren't ready to go, or something, I don't even know, but they were just waiting. So I went back to the fence, and, like, Dan and Scooter were still, like, sitting down there, and no one was yelling at them, and I was like, why is no one, like, trying to say hi to them? So I, the only one, and I was like, Scooter! Hi, Scooter! And he waved at me. Scooter Braun waved at me, because I was the one that yelled. Like, he looked at me and waved at me. And then, a couple, like, minutes later, no one was, like, yelling at Dan, because Dan was gone, and Scooter was gone, and Dan was the only one there. And I was like, Dan! Hi, Dan, I love you! You're so good at guitar! And he, like, laughed, and he waved at me, again, only me, because he saw me waving, and I was yelling at him, and I was like, I love you! And it was, like, the most amazing, and I went over to my mom, and I was like, Mom, Dan and Scooter just said hi to me, and I, like, started to cry. I was so happy. It was amazing, and it was the best experience of my entire life. And so then my parents and I and my sister, we decided to go, and we went back to the car, and I got on Twitter, and I tweeted up a storm, and I posted some pictures and stuff, and little Zay or Za, whatever you want to call him, the little guy, I don't even know how to pronounce it. He came, and I wasn't there, so I didn't get to see him. Kind of like how Justin came out during Mike Posner outside, and people got to take selfies with him and like say hi, but I was already inside the arena, so I didn't get to see him, which was really sad, because I wish I would have, because I could have gotten a picture with him. But it's okay, because, I mean, I still was really close to him, and I was like, I could have touched him if he would have touched my hand, but it's okay, because I love him, and I just want everyone to know that this is really long, and I know that, but you don't have to be one less lonely girl or have meet and greets to have a Bieber experience, because I have an experience and I didn't even like talk to him or anything. I just saw him along the fence, and I waved at Scooter and Dan and Kenny, and Fredo was there. And so I mean, I think it's a Bieber experience, and I'm never gonna forget it ever again. And if I ever go to a concert, like, I'm going to do this, I would do this all over again in a heartbeat. I would do it right now. I would do it tomorrow. I would do it every single day of my life. I would lose my voice. I would not have a voice for them. And I'm bouncing my camera because, like, this is real. This is, like, not fake. This is, like, this really happened. You can have a Bieber experience if you don't even meet him. Well, like, you know what I mean. Like, not, like, personally, but because I still consider meeting him. But just believe in yourself, because that's what Justin wants you to do. And he thinks you're beautiful, and he makes me believe that I'm beautiful, even though I may not be, / am not. But, I mean, this is not the best Bieber experience. It's not something crazy that happened, like I got a meet and greet from someone, but it's crazy enough that I think it matters, and I think people should listen, and people should believe that if you go to a concert, you can meet Justin Bieber, because anything's possible if you believe, and never say never.